Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. It's Thursday, so I'm here with my Junket July. That's a challenge that's been set by Tanya over on her Facebook page, and Tanya is Tatty Treasure. And basically she just wants you to make 4 items each week during July made with junk or leftovers or packaging or whatever you fancy, really. In other words, don't get something out new to use, yeah. Use bits that you've got left over from old kits, yeah, etc. Today I've got packaging, yeah. I've got shiny packaging. I don't always like things that are too shiny, and I've had it in mind for a good while to buy some gesso, clear gesso. So I'm going to give that a whirl today. Never used it before, so we'll see how we go. Now, some of this packaging is absolutely lovely as it is, so I won't be putting a lot on it. This one, for instance, look at that. That's your journal card, isn't it? That's it, it's done. Done and dusted. So I'm basically going to cut this one down. So let's start with the easy one. So I'll just pile the others up out of the way for now. They're mainly Tim Holtz, there's a bit of Prima, there's some AliExpress ones. But we'll start with this Timmy one. It probably tells you which pack this were, but that writing's far too small. Oh, does it tell you up front? Oh, it's a field notes one, yeah. And I'm going to trim it down to just outside that lovely image. I'm struggling, you know, because of the shine, I'm struggling to see where I'm cutting here. I'd need to get my head over it, really. So I might have to nibble this down a bit. Oh, that looks fine. And that's it. I'm going to round corners, I'm going to gesso back, and I'm going to put a tab on. So this is like my practice at gessoing, isn't it, this one? Really. Where's my corner rounder? I'm going to use my... It's in millimetres this, so I apologise to you ladies across the pond. I don't know what it is in inches. 7 millimetres. 7 millimetres. I will know if I look on my ruler, won't I? This metal one has inches and millimetres at the same place. So 7 millimetres about there. So it's about 3/8 of an inch. Yep, so that's about 3/8 of an... Can't say it. I need to put my teeth in, literally. 3/8 of an inch. So let's do that. Before I put my tab on, I'm going to let loose from my gesso. Right, I just want to get rid of that shine. I don't like it. And I can also then put a little bit more ink around the edge. And the back is lovely as it is for you to write on, but it's too shiny for my liking. So I'm going to grab my label back and see what occurs with this. I've got one of my, well, I haven't got it out of pack yet. I've got one of my sponge daubers to use with this. Them little sponges on a stick. I tend to get on easier when I'm using matte medium and stuff. So it's runny, this. It seems a bit runnier than white gesso. At least I can see where I'm going with it. I'm not sure I'm going to like any brush marks it leaves. But yeah, I can see where I've been. Is it soaking into this? I don't know. I need a little bit more. It does dry lovely and quick. I'm liking that about it. Something I do when I don't like brush marks, I do that. Yeah, there's more squidging out of this, isn't there? I just sometimes like that look better than the brush mark look. It's very easy to brush it on and brush it off, isn't it, when you're working on a shiny surface. Yeah, this new pack of spongy things aren't quite as stiff as my last ones, so I'm popping my finger up there. I like that, it gives it a bit of texture. If any of you ladies, I don't know whether you had this in the US, if any of you ladies remember Artex, oh, evil stuff. Artex, it were like white concrete that people put on the walls. Yeah. It was instead of wallpaper, and then you painted over it. It was designed for really bad walls. Right, what am I looking for now? Tabs. I'm going to get a tab out while that dries. Tabs, where are you, Tabs? I got you out ready. Where have you gone? Oh, they're under my nose, look. So will we have... That's curling, but I'm not too worried because I'm going to gesso out the side and I'm hoping it's going to curl back. Don't know if it's just that paper, but you live and learn, don't you? Yeah, I'm going to put this on. I know a lot of people have been asking me where I got this tab from. In fact, I'm going to get it in a different colour. I've got different colours of craft. That one I like. Yeah, it's part of a kit by Elizabeth Craft Designs. And that one is in Planet Essentials 5. I got mine on Amazon. In the UK, they're also available on Craft Stash, although they are very rarely in stock. I'm going to have to get my heat gun out, aren't I? No, I'll tell you what, leave that one. And I'll cut down one of others, yeah? This one, I want to collage on this. I'm going to make a little open uppy bucket. Yeah, so I'm just going to gesso around the edges. I think my glue will stick fine, but I'm just going to gesso around edges to help my ink stick better. Is that dried already? I don't know whether I'm going to get on well with clear gesso, you know. Normally for this job I'd use the matte medium. Yeah, and I don't use the Tim Holtz ones. Sorry Tim, I don't think yours is very matte. Yeah, sorry. I use this one, mate. Pebeo. It's pretty cheap, this one. Tubes are about a couple of pounds from Hobbycraft in the UK. And I wait while they're on half price. You see, I'm just going to go around edges. Just so that when I come to put ink on, it's going to grab a little bit better. The inside is matte, so I don't need to do the inside. That one does look to be drying now. I'm quite liking the look of it, actually. Shall I put it in short so you can watch it? It does seem to be uncurling a little bit as well as it dries. I don't think the curling's anything to do with the gesso per se. I think it is more to do with the cardstock, the thin shiny cardstock. Right, so that's the edges done on that, and I'm just going to open that up so they don't stick together. I'll pop it like that to dry. Put it there so I'm not casting a shadow. Yeah, it's drying apart from where I've put it on a bit thick. I like the look of it though. Yeah, I'm just going to dab that bit there, what's a bit thick, with the dry side of this. Yeah, that should help it dry up a bit. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that actually. But do you know what? It's very rough. So I think on the front, because it does go a lot smoother, this gesso is gritty. Of course it is. It's clear, but it's just like the white stuff, isn't it? I'm going to use my matte medium. Now I've got all little bits of grit all over that I don't want to get in my matte medium. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be a fan of clear gesso. I'll do it with the side with matte medium, see what occurs. I'm just going to move that gritty one out of the way. I'll put my stick on it, my sponge on a stick, that's what it is, isn't it? And I'll get another one out. When I've cleaned this one, I will pause and go and wash them. I don't like putting them in water, because then I'll leave them there and I'll never clean them again. I'm a nightmare. Right. I forget, you know, when it's warm, things want to come out of tubes a lot easier. Right, so this one I'm going to do with my matte medium. It does dry matte, like it says on the tin, but it's not gritty. I'm not too bothered about that slight gritty bit on the back now for a key for writing. I mean, if you don't mind shininess, you don't even have to do this at all. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like shiny. And I want these to go in my junk mail journal. And it's not really a very shiny. I don't think shiny would go very well, would it? So that has flattened out lovely now. So I'll leave that to dry for a couple of secs. And I'll stick my tab on. And then we can ink that when it's completely dry. So I'm going to have loads of bits of paper with things and all around me, aren't I, at this rate? I'm going to grab a baby wipe actually. I don't know if this trick would work with the gesso. This is a Tim Holtz trick anyway, that he uses with his mediums, and it works really well. I put it in a damp baby wipe. It's obviously not going to work for longer than like half an hour or so. Right, this one. Yep, that gesso's lovely and dry on there now. So I'm going to come in and ink it. And I'm going to use my favourite ink of the moment, which is my Distress Oxide. You can't read it. And it's Walnut Stain. So, where's my round dauber? It should be there, but it's not. I can be so untidy, me. Trouble with round things is they have an awful habit of rolling. Yeah? Newsflash, round things roll. So I'm going to grab a piece. I'm going to grab one of these. They're just little makeup sponges. They do the job just as well. Oh, I've got a juicy ink pad. Forget that. I'm saying I've got a new juicy ink pad. I've had this new ink pad about a month now, and I still forget. By the time I remember it's new and juicy, it'll be old and dry. I don't mind the colours around the edge. I quite like that. That's the theme I'm going for. If you've not watched me do any of my junk mail journal, I want you to know that it's made out of junk. I'm quite liking it. If you watch my Junket July last week, I even left the wording on some packaging from some Graphic 45. But their packaging is ever so gorgeous, isn't it? Right, that'll do me. I'm going to ink the inside as well. Not much needs doing to inside. It's a lovely creamy colour, off-white you might call it, magnolia. Yeah, I was waffling about Artex, weren't I? And then I went off on a tangent. Yeah, awful stuff. Really, it's well, just like reconcreting your walls to cover up rough, horrible walls that you couldn't really just paint or wallpaper. It was the scourge of Britain in the 80s, I think. Artex. Right, so that's that one ready for collaging. Let's have a look at this one. Right, it's drying nicely. Yeah, it's got a bit wetter than I was expecting this for such a thin piece of card. And I think it's the gesso. I probably have used far too much gesso on it. I do love that texture now it's drying. That just needs to dry a little bit more. So let's crack on with this one and get some collage done on it. I've got my old favourites out for collaging. I've got my green painter's paper. I've got some map page. This is the Sheffield A to Z. And I've got some piano paper today. I very rarely use this, you know. So I've gone to all them pains to cover up shininess. And this piano paper, it's a smidgen shiny. But it's not so shiny that I can't live with it. Yeah, so I'm just going to do some bog standard basic collage. And while I've got my matte medium out, I'm just going to use that to do my collaging with. It's good stuff, matte medium. It's a sealer, it takes off shine, and it's also a glue. So, just going to bob some down. Oh, get your mat out, woman. I've only got about 5 million feet of that wallpaper left that you're covering your desk with. You won't want to run out, would you? I'm just going to bob some down first. I'm just going to tear some pieces and lay them down. I thought the piano paper would be nice because we'll be able to see the brown through. Don't like that rough edge. Yep. And by using the matte medium, we're not going to have stickiness showing through those holes. Yeah, I had to get a new matte page out. I was collaging the other day and I really were down to the last tiny little bits. So I were well ready for a new piece. I'm not inking this. I might come in after and just put a bit of ink around the very edge. You can go over it. Make sure it's down. Bit of painter's paper. This is the painter's masking paper. I like this. I've had a couple of people send me some now, and it's been different shades of green, which is really nice. I've also got some brown. Oh, I've put gesso on. Plonker? You plonker, Rodney. Wipe it off, try again. Put that out at way so you can't pick it up by mistake. That's better. Matte medium, that's what we're using. Get rid of that gesso. So on a nice big chunky piece of painter's paper here. I'm going to put it that way. Yeah, so I'm fine with that colour showing. Ooh, I've never put this down in this way with the medium under and over, and it's gone a bit wrinkly. It doesn't when you just put it down with glue stick. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But again, that's something I've learnt, isn't it? I don't like it. I'm not doing it. I'm taking it off. Can't live with that. Too many wrinkles. So I'm going to be more careful this time. Putting this down. Because now I really don't like that. Didn't happen with piano paper, did it? And mind you, the piano paper is a little bit thicker, to be quite honest. Try this piece this time. I'm just going to smooth that down with my finger. I think I need a little bit more under this edge. Yeah, it's looking like matte medium wrinkles this. I can live with that amount of wrinkling, but the amount of wrinkling I had before was just not sustainable. I'm just putting that edge down a little bit. Just exactly the same as what I did and then ripped up, haven't I? Whatevs. Right, I'm going to grab a little bit of book page as well. And I think I want like a middle focus of book page. I think I do. I like that. But it needs to go flat, doesn't it? Of course it does. I think I like it showing the wordage David Copperfield. You know how some book pages tear straight and some don't? Well, this is definitely one that doesn't. Yeah, I like that there. So I'm covering half of that green up. So I didn't really need to worry too much about my wrinkling, did I? She ain't gonna see it. There we go. We've covered the writing up, but we can still see a bit of that colour, which I quite like. We've got a little bit there that'll get covered up by whatever I put on. In fact, whatever I put on, I've decided what I'm putting on. I'm using leftovers. And for me today, leftovers are going to be, you've probably seen them on my desk, these huge butterflies. I've had these different Tim Holtz kits, and I never use those huge butterflies. What's that all about? I've no idea. What do I have against butterflies? Just don't seem to want to use them. So, I've got a Tracy Fox label here. I'm going to put that in that corner, and then I'm going to put a big butterfly on it. I'm going to try painting back a label. Does that work? Nah. Just put some more matte medium on. I think I need more. You can tell I don't collage in this manner often. I'm not used to how much and what area to cover with my glue, my medium. Right, that's that. I'm quite happy with that. We've got a wrinkle there. Oh, yeah, that's terrible. That's not glued down at all. I think I might be trying to be too frugal. Going over that green paper again. Yeah, this is a very wrinkly style of collage. I don't think I'm going to be doing it much. No. I'll live with it for today. So that needs to dry. The back, I think I might, do you know, I might even leave the back. It's just got stamps and pictures on. I don't know yet. And then the front, it's just going to have one of these on it. I don't know which one yet. I think because I've got that red. Oh, I like him. But then again, I've got an even bigger one that I might like even better. Wow. That's a bold journal card, that, isn't it, if I put him on. I think that's a much better, that's far too big, I'm thinking. I think this one, I'm going to like that one the best. Yeah. I'm going to put that on now with some PVA. It's got to be Katie cornered. There you go. So that's that. Yeah. Quite happy with that. See, I've done it in a style that's not my usual style. I am quite... It looks very collage. Does that make sense? I do come out with some stuff. So that's that one. Right, let's now go back to the one that we left drying. The Tim Holtz one with the picture on. Ooh, hang on. Just before I do that, I'm just going to wash my brushes. Sorted. Nice, clean sponge brushes. Right, this is the one I did first. So yeah, the side that I did with me matte gel medium, lovely and smooth. I can see the odd brush stroke, not worrying me though. And that's the side I did with gesso. I do like it. It just gives that texture. It's got a rough texture. But that's what gesso does, doesn't it? It gives things a tooth. So yeah, I think for just covering something to be able to write on, I may like gesso. Just to show you the difference now, that's one of the other packets. Can you see? Because I've covered it quite unevenly with that spongy adobe technique. But yeah, there's a real difference. Something that has happened that I wasn't expecting though is it's made it a lot paler than it was. It seems quite a bit paler. Even that image on the front seems a lot paler, but I'm fine with that. But I will bear that in mind if I ever use it again. So this one really just needs inking up. And oops, I also found me sponge dauber. It was on the floor. I'm just going to ink the edges, pop a tab on, and I'm going to call this one done. Stick a fork in me and call me done. I won't stick a fork in it. It'll ruin it, wouldn't it? Put holes in it. Yeah, of course it would. Right. Oh, I do like how the ink goes on after the gesso though. It goes on much nicer than it does over the matte gel medium. Oh, I do like it. Yeah, yeah. I think it's like, yeah, gesso and matte gel medium are going to need a pro and con list in my mind. Yeah. It's like a weird little love triangle, isn't it? Who's she going to choose? Matte gel medium or gesso? Ooh. Right, stop being silly now. Let's pop a tab on it. Got enough ink on there now. Whee. Yeah, so I'll leave a permanent link to that. I've still not sorted out my Amazon US storefront. It's baffling my brain, I'm telling you. Me and Tanya have both been trying and we both come up empty-handed. We've managed to open our affiliate pages for US, but neither of us can find our actual storefront. So if we can't find each other's, you'll not be able to find it. Oh no, I've just had a really silly thought. Well, it's not silly. Are only American people going to be able to find it? That's the plan, that. I think I'll be calling on one of my American subbies to trial that for me. Yeah, weird, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to pop this on, which is the top. I'm calling that the top because it butterflies it right way up. That really would make sense, wouldn't it? So, this is going to go lovely in my junk mail journal. If you've not seen my junk mail journal, I'll just give you a quick flash of it. This is it. It's made with an Amazon envelope, and all my interior pages are made with envelopes and leaflets. And I don't know which pocket this is going in yet, but it's going to be perfect for one of them. I think I might have to out one of the things I'd put in a window pocket and put this in instead. So yeah, this is where this is going to live, and it just goes lovely. And I think you agree, if that were really shiny, it just wouldn't. It wouldn't, would it? It just wouldn't. End of. Right, this one. Getting a bit of curl on this, so I'm just going to flatten it out a bit. And I've decided, I come up with an idea. Where is it? I'm going to put some here. We've got some. I'm going to put some of this self-adhesive brown paper on the back of this. Yeah? I think that will be quite fabulous. I'm not going to go measuring, I'm just going to mark it. About yay and about yay. There's no way on earth I can cut this with scissors though. I'd end up with a triangle, I really would. I can only cut with scissors when I've got a rough guide to follow, because the wonkiness has got to be seen to be believed. Is that about right? By George, I think that's spot on. And the insides, because this is quite a thick piece of card, I'm not going to put pockets or anything in it. It would make it far too chunky to go in the journal I want it to go in. So it's just going to be like that. It's just going to be left for journaling. Wow, radical. A journaling card that is just going to be used for journaling and not have any fancy stuff on. I think I'm sat on that feather again today, I really am. It's all this lovely sunny weather we've been having, even though I don't like this heat. This sweltering, scorching early 20s heat that we're having here in the UK. It does put you in a better mood, doesn't it? I even enjoyed taking rubbish out yesterday because it was nice and sunny walking to bins and doing my recycling. Right, I'm just going to peel a corner back on this. Yeah, you've got to really poke it with your nails. Again, this stuff's available on Amazon. I think most of you have seen this and got it if you want it by now. But any new subscribers might not have seen this before. It's just like you've stuck some brown paper on when you've finished, but it's self-adhesive and it really does stick. It's actually, I used these actually for address labels at one time when I couldn't get the big white ones I wanted. So that's that stuck on, and if I want to make it look a bit more interesting, I could just stick a stamp on it. Yeah, let's grab this one. I could stick a label, but I've got these. Very rarely use these. These were a limited edition, 100s collection. It was the 100th collection. Tim Holtz, Stampers Anonymous. They're the tickets. You've got a Christmas, a Halloween, a Valentine, one that says limited edition, 2 other random ones, and then you've got this blank one. I'm going to use this one. And I'm not going to be too fussy about it. Do I even want a stamp block? Yeah, I might as well use one, haven't I? Because it might go horribly wrong if I don't use one at all. Come here, stamp block. Something's got stuck in my drawer and I can't pull it out far enough. So it's like trying to get a stamp box out through letterbox. Whee! There we go, got one. And I'm going to use Toffee Crunch. Toffee Crunch in honour of Jane, who gave me that fabulous digital yesterday, because I know she's just bought the Toffee Crunch ink pad after seeing me keep using it. Right, has this got a right and a wrong way? I'm going to guess that that's the right way on it, and I'm just going to put it at a jaunty-ish angle. I'm going to hold it a few seconds. There you go, I like that, I really do. So you can even write something in there. So that's that. Move your stamps out of the way. So 2 down, 2 to go. Yeah, I'm taking a lot longer doing them this week. But I've been trying a few new products and techniques, haven't I? Things that are quite alien to me. So that's 2 down, 2 to go. Right, because I'm not keen on how thick that, I thought gesso and matte medium would thicken that card up, and instead it's made it seem thinner. How that is possible, I do not know. When it's completely dry, that could change. So I'm going to use these other 2 bits of stiffer packaging. This one, this doesn't need much doing. It's not as shiny as Tim Holtz, so it's not going to worry me. And I'm just going to leave the shape. I absolutely love it. It's from some Prima flowers that I had years ago, absolutely years ago. And I'm just going to collage on it. I'm just going to do some simple strip collage. No, don't worry. Strip collage. Becky Thump. Collage in strips. There you go. Oh, look, someone's wrote on that map. I don't even know what it says. Do I want it on? Do you know what? I'm going to leave it on. Yeah, it is a vintage map. People write on map books, don't they? These things do happen. So I've got a strip of map. I'm going to have a strip of my favourite green paper because I think it goes lovely with these colours. Let's hope it rips nice this way. Oh, it's ripping okay. Yeah, I can live with that. Take that wrinkly bit off top. And I want a 3rd strip. Because I just basically want to cover some of the middle and the writing, but I want all these roses to show around edge. I don't mind seeing those at top. Again, I don't want to hide the fact at all that this is actually packaging. In my other strip, I'm going to use some of this music paper. I'm going to use my tear ruler on this. Is this going to tear? Oh no, it's going to tear fine. Yeah, I like it. It's brought that expression to mind now. Tear strips off someone. Yeah, it's not really one we use here, but it's one I've heard on telly. And that. And that. I think I want to tear the map down a little bit. It's a little bit long for me liking. Yeah, I'm just going to glue those on like that, and I'm going to use my glue stick. Should be okay today, she says. That one looked a bit, ugh. I've kept it out at sun. So yeah, too stressful with all them wrinkles, collaging with matte gel medium. I don't really think I liked it. See other people do it and it just goes so fab. So put that one on there. I like how it's in different languages. It says Prima flowers, then we've got, I'm guessing that's French. No idea what that is. No idea what that is. So I'd make a good language teacher there, wouldn't I? And today we are going to learn that language there. I think it may be French, but it could be anything. When I were at school, we took an aptitude test in Swedish to see whether we were going to be any good at French. No, it actually, but I don't know if they still do it. Swedish is the way you interpret Swedish. They could guess how well you would, yeah, manage to learn a language. And yes, the results of my aptitude test were languages not recommended. So I didn't do any languages at school. Now, of course, in the UK it's quite different. It's part of the national curriculum. You must learn a language, which my kids are really not looking forward to. Because, well, one's dyslexic, the other one's probably dyslexic, and question marks over autism. And my youngest Rachel cracks me up. She's like, how do they expect me to learn French when I haven't mastered English? Well, she has a point, doesn't she? She comes out with some very profound things, does that little girl. Love her to bits. Yeah. Right, and that just needs, it needs a big chompy flower. We've got all these little flowers round and it wants a big chompy one. But before that, I'm going to cover the back up so that you can write on it. And I don't think I need to go, or should I? Should I use that? Would it look good? Yeah, I think it would actually. But I think it needs to be ripped. So I'm going to grab my tear ruler. Got a bit of a frog in the throat. Oh, I'm getting ready for a cup of tea. Just going to tear edges off. Yeah, that's going to be fab when I've torn that edge off. Then you'll be able to write on the back of the tag. I've really enjoyed doing my junk mail journal and doing this stuff with packaging. Because I tend to use a lot of my, I just use the craft supplies in my junk journaling. I've got a year's worth of a stash from trying every craft under the sun that you have a go at. It's not for you, you give up, you move on to something else. And discovering junk journal for me was amazing because I now have a reason to get all this stuff back out and use it. So yeah, fabulous. And some of it have had that long, it is vintage. Right, do you know what? I want to take that sticker off because I think it's going to cause a bump. Too much of a bump. I'll see whether it comes off easy. If it doesn't, I'll just leave it. I was just conscious when you write on back at tag, it don't want to come off. It just don't want to come off. So we're going to leave it. I'm going to ink round the edge of this and just stick it on. Then we'll find a lovely flower. I have been doing a bit of fussy cutting, so I've filled up some of my little fussy cut tubs. And I've done a few botanicals and florals. Granted, not loads, but I think I've got some of a size that should look good on this. And that's going to be fabulous. So that's the back that you can write on. That's the front with a bit of collage. We shall grab a flower or two. What have we got? I do love my roses. Have I got one that's going to be big enough on here? I suppose we put something else on. That one might be lovely. Because I am doing botanicals in the junk mail journal. Oh, but I've got this. Look at that. Oh, that's more fabulous. That one's got Prima Tag written all over it. Oh, I've got plenty of these in my garden at the moment. Yes, it didn't get mowed this year yet. I decided I was going to have a wildflower garden. And it's looking lovely. Yeah, I really do like that. And I'm not inking. I don't want to ink. Life's too short to ink everything, isn't it? But it does need a label. Oh, I've cut some new labels out today. I've spent quite a while fussy cutting actually. Oh, Amazon, 2 ticks. And I'm back. Oh, I knew it were Amazon because it knocks on the door like there's a fire and you need to go out at building quick. It's like, oh. Right, let's glue this on. I'm using my art glitter because it's a little bit fiddly. I don't want any wrinklage on my paper. If you don't get enough under some of these little pointy bits, you can always come back in after it's dried and stick a bit more on. I don't worry as much now as I used to. I'm getting far more relaxed in my crafting. But I don't know about you, but I find how perfect I want to be in my crafting does depend on my general mood. Yeah, some days everything's got to be perfect, it's all got to be lined up, and other days I'll just happy sticking anything anywhere. It's strange that, isn't it? I think it all has to do with how much control you feel you have over your life at that point in time. I really do. because I know I can be a bit of a control freak, and things I have no control over really do stress me. I don't get stressed about things I can control because I think, yeah, I'll just do something about that and it'll all be better. When it's totally in someone else's hands, yeah, I can be a bit freaked out. Right. I'm going to grab my kitchen roll to pat that down. There we go. Oh, I do like that on there. I really do. I know they're flowers and that's a thistle, but hey ho. Who says that's not a flower? Who says that's a weed? Whoever it were, I think they're wrong, because I love the look of thistles. I hope my neighbours do. Right, and we just want a label on it now, so I'm going to... Yes, that's what I was doing when Mr. Amazon knocked at the door. I was just grabbing some ones I've been fussy cutting today. I've had a fussy cutting session. I don't think that's the right colour. No, they're more of a grey, aren't they? Some of those. I think we're going to end up with another Tracy Fox one. The colour is just goes, and I think we're going to just put it over there on the bottom. Yeah. I'm just going to... No, stick with what you've got. Don't start dithering and changing your mind now. It's totally unnecessary, woman. Because this is a thinner paper one, I'm going to use my art glitter. I could have used glue stick, but hey ho, I didn't put a lid on it last time. So it's going to be all rubbery. That's I've answered the door to an Amazon man since then. Yeah, I'm going to put it that side. I always gravitate towards the left, so I'm going to put it on the right for a change. And that, my friends, is done. That is all I'm doing to that. Yeah, it's quite clear that was packaging, but I hope you'll agree it is now beautiful packaging. I correct myself, it was beautiful packaging, it's now extra special beautiful packaging. Just put a little bit of ink round. I couldn't resist it. Right, one more, because the challenge is to do 4. If I cut that one in half, I could count it as 4, couldn't I, that butterfly one? It's curling a bit that way, all that matte medium. So I'm just going to... You can usually manipulate it back. Yep, it's looking better. We've got one more to do, and I grabbed this one, didn't I? Now this is going to be really... Look at that, I like that, I do like that. Could that not just be the tag? All those little pictures. Do you think? We could just put that there with some kind of... I know I did a notebook last week, but I'm really tempted to do another notebook. And put notes on it. But we won't want the big card at the front of the notebook, would we? No. So I don't want this. Big ideas. I like big ideas. So that doesn't necessarily have to be... In a world where you can be anything, be kind. I like that. I do. I'm going to leave that as the picture on the tag because I like it. I'm going to put something else behind that just to cover up the barcode and everything. Then, yeah, I'm just going to put some brown paper on that again. So let's grab a piece. It's not going to be big enough, is it? Could we cut this down? No, because I like that edge. Let's come in and around the corners on the edge first. I'm using that 7mm one again, which I think we decided was 3/8 of an inch. I've managed to say it this time. There we go. Pop a bit of ink on. Yeah, I'm going to be hunting. The internet neighbours bins me for better packaging than I've got. Yeah, I'll be joining Tanya with dumpster diving. Yeah, we decided last week Tanya was a dumpster diver because she had better packaging than everybody else. Right. I think I need a bigger piece of that brown paper. I really do. I've got another sheet of it here. I think so. Yeah. Is it going to be long enough? Oh, that one is. Yeah. And I'm not going to rip this one, I'm going to cut it and round the corners. Yeah, we just leave all that lovely edge showing. Get the chopper out. We're crafting 6" again, people. I'm always crafting in a 6" square by end of a session, me. Yeah, that's fine. Do you know, I don't think I've ever tried rounding this with corner punch. We'll see whether it works. We'll try it other way around, see if it does it better. But yeah, then we're punching into the top layer first, rather than the backing paper. I keep knocking bits out. I'm sorry if the banging, but this punch can be quite temperamental if you leave any pieces in it and you don't get a proper rounded corner. But having said that, I still love it because it does 3 different roundings. I think we're ready for another dip in ink. So yeah, it looks like this week's Junket July has been all about embracing the design of the packaging again. Yeah, because we've covered it up in one, but we have left the edges showing. But then 3 of them, we've just gone with what is on the packaging. I mean, that would have been nice in its own, wouldn't it? But I like the other side. I just love that. Right, let's get this stuck on. So I'm just going to peel the corner back again. To help with that placement. That's looking good. I'll stick the corner down and then peel the rest back. There we go. I like that. I really do. So I want, what did I decide to put on? Have I lost it? Of course I've lost it. Why would I have saved the one I want to use? Here we go. Here we go. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. I like that. I really do. And I want something behind it. Why didn't I use a piece of that? Yeah, I will. I'm going to go freestyle ripping it. I'll just ink it. I just want to cover up the, yeah, that just gets it and leaves that little bow. Peel that backing off again. Oh, I've left a bit showing. I can live with it. I can live with it. World is not going to end. I'll do this with my art glitter again. I could have gone to town. I could have put fabric or anything on. There's always something different you could have done, isn't there? That's that. And I want something up here. Let's find one of these other words that's going to fit. Joy comes in the morning. Yeah, it does. Happy in a million little ways. Time is precious, waste it wisely. I like that. See the beauty everywhere. I like that joy comes in the morning. Sounds like my girls are home from school, so they didn't get a detention that had been threatened. Oh, I'm so happy. I've got my shopping being delivered and I need them to help me. Take it out at crates and then bring it in the house and put it all away. There we go. I like that. I've never done a tag like that before. but I really do like it. And I'm going to put a couple of holes at the top, one on each side. I'm thinking that needs nothing. I don't even know if I want to put any ribbon or anything in that. This one I'm going to punch 2 holes and put some eyelets in. And job will be a good one. Bob will be your uncle. I'm going just in. I think that's where we'd see that I didn't put that on in the middle, but hey ho, world ain't going to end. I think I'm going to go for a silver one for a change. Yeah, I like it. And there we go. I like that. I don't even know what I want to put in top yet, so I might just leave it for now. I'll decide at some point when I put it in the journal, when I decide where it's going to go. So I'm really pleased with those I've done today. They're not all in the same style, but they don't have to be, do they? We've got 4 items done, and I've tried some new techniques and decided I like some of them and I don't like others. I don't like collaging. Actually, the wrinkles are going and it's stiffening up nicely. Ooh. I will keep you posted on whether I like collaging with matte medium. I don't know, I can't decide. So that's the 4 I've done. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learnt something new. And just before I go, I'm going to open what I've just had delivered from Amazon, because I meant to mention these and I forgot. I've topped up on my vellum stickers, yeah? I mean, yeah, I get these. I've got these loads from AliExpress. I don't know what it's like in the US, but at the moment, things from AliExpress can be far more expensive than Amazon. And this pack of stickers is £1.99 at the moment. If you've got Amazon Prime, free delivery. And I love this pack, yeah. So, yeah, I'll bob that in the description below, the link for that for you ladies in the UK. And, yeah, you can see exactly what I'm going to do with packaging, can't you? It was funny that that arrived just as I were making that. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.